Here we go. So, we're ready to go. I'm going to take my shoes off, get prepared for this game. Of course, it is going to be best of 5, and the winner will claim $4,000 plus the European Championship. It's Cooller versus Av3k. Map 1 here on ZTN, and the spawn there for Cooller. Not the best he could have hoped for, but probably not the worst here. Oh, and he's going to put down some great plasma damage there, and that Mega all gone.
That could have gone a lot worse for Av3k. Surprised Cooller stayed so defensive there on the plasma spam. I think he expected Av3k to be out earlier and got the rail back onto him, so he's going to play the defense now. Looking pretty bad at the moment on the items, and Av3k pretty strong. Next ret is definitely going to go to Av3k, probably undamaged as well.
And there it is, 200 armor for Av3k. He's going to be up at, well, 189 health now. It would have been 200 if he didn't quite grenade himself a little bit. But, of course, not able to get tabs on Cooller there. He just spotted him up high next to the shotgun platform. And actually, he's going to meet here. Cooller trapped in the corner. Frag number 1 of the grand final goes over to Av3k. And, well, good little start for Av3k, who, of course, he finished second in the last European Championship finals behind his teammate Cypher, who he beat in the semi-final earlier on here on ESL TV. And of course, just a quick update for those of you who didn't know, the third place game between Cypher and Strengths finished in a win for Strengths, and apparently it was an absolute beast of a game. I didn't get to see it, unfortunately, though.
Yeah, like T7 on their map was really, really close. Second frag for Av3k already. Looking really, really strong, Av3k on this map. And as I said already, his in-control game improved so much. Like we saw Hectic earlier. Yeah. He was an absolute beast on that one as well.
Well, here he goes again. Cooller actually just moving in, and the LG will be switched out to a rail. And he's got a spawn on Cooller as well. I don't know if Cooller... Yeah, he probably saw him there coming in and actually dropped down, but he's dropped down right in front of him, and that will give a free frag over to Av3k, who also gets the rail off the spawn. And Av3k just reading Cooller's game here perfectly. Look at that for a rocket jump and a frag. Absolutely amazing looking so far is Av3k. And, well, he left that red armor up there for a second, and it's a good idea because he's offsetting it here to the mega health, and it will give him another frag onto Cooller, which leaves him 6-0 in the lead, and the pole absolutely flying at the minute.
This is incredible in-control play by Av3k again. He's giving Cooller no second to breathe. Like, Cooller is trying to slow it down desperately to get on some yellows and get a decent stack to attack some item, but Av3k is just constantly in his face.
There was the rocket jump up again, and I think he just saw the back end of Cooller. He fakes a rocket jump over onto that red armor, and then finally gets in. Upper yellow also going to be claimed by Av3k. So, looking over at Cooller, he's got 115 armor or so, and he's now just camping out. Of course, he's having to rely on those yellows to put him in a position where he can take a fight on one of these major 2 items.
This could be a really decent position for Cooller, considering Rat and Mega up at the same time. He might be able to grab one, which would be a really big deal for him.
Oh, here comes Av3k. Cooller will grab that red armor, and the rockets are great. In comes the LG. Mega is there, but rail will come out from Cooller. He will put on his first frag of this grand final. Oh, and he even hits a rail right into the legs of Av3k. Not the easiest shot to make there. Not much sight he had, of course, on his opponent. But, of course, he will pick this one up, and he's waiting here for this lower yellow to spawn before he goes back around for the red armor, which he will, of course, get for free as well. Here comes, well, the drop down. Av3k was there, but good defensive rocket from Av3k. Keeps him, of course, 5 frags in the lead. We've got about 6 minutes left on the clock. This time, Cooller misses the same rail as before. Of course, Av3k just spamming down onto this mega health. Cooller does hit the rail, and just before that mega health pickup, doing a nice amount of damage to his opponent.
Av3k will really need a rail soon.
Oh,
this is surely going to be a kill.
And here comes Cooller, and the rockets were good. Av3k trying his best to slow Cooller down with those defensive rockets while backing away. Didn't work out for him, and Cooller now camping out this lower corridor. Av3k, if he spawned there, not stupid enough to go across. No, he didn't. And he's going to have some shards. Lower yellow up in 3. Red armor collected by Cooller. Mega's up in 1 second, so Av3k needs to get himself in and out, which he does without taking any rail shots or anything. And he still, of course, has a 4 frag lead, but 5.5 minutes is a long time to hold on, and he has to start planning a comeback here when he comes to the armors.
Especially looking at Cooller now, he's like, I thought Avic's aim was absolutely incredible, but Cooller came back just in the same way. Cooller's not having the pace as Av3k has on this map, but it shouldn't affect him too much. Like, he's hitting every single shot, as you can see there as well. Every important shot at least, and not giving up items is going to be a big deal for Cooller. As long as he stays true to one yellow, one mecha, and one red, he's going to get the kill eventually.
There's another mega health pickup for Cooller. Red armor up in 3 seconds. Oh, and he's not spotted Av3k there. And he went for the rocket jump and I think realized that Av3k was there just as he kind of looked down to fire the rocket into the ground and then decided obviously against it. But Cooller, of course, will still get that red armor. And
that caused a lot of confusion for Cooller. Kind of lost track of Av3k there as well. And now Av3k is already up at a decent stack. So Cooller can't really challenge like he wanted to before. So that fight at red was really, really good for Av3k.
Here comes Cooller in towards that upper yellow. Is available. Red armor has been stolen away and a direct rocket hits Cooller. That's going to be somewhat annoying for him. And Cooller's going for the shot down onto lower yellow rather than just going in to pick up that upper yellow. And that was a nice decision from Cooller, just to lay down that extra bit of damage. Right now, Av3k is 100, 170. Cooller, 140, 140.
Cooller's in a really good position now. Cheekily waiting for the drop down there from Av3k, but smartly Av3k didn't go for it. Finally, the game slowed down a bit. Like, this is really good for Av3k, slowing the game down. The more time you can run off, the more desperate Cooller's attacks will be. 3 minutes 15 to go.
Oh, and here comes Av3k, and Cooller wasn't expecting that one, and Av3k's put out a great amount of damage here. Cooller is going to chase in, and he is going to get the frag, but it certainly wasn't a clean one. And because I had not switched around, I certainly wasn't aware that Av3k was there either. Of course, neither was Cooller. Here comes the rocket jump up. Going to try and make sure that Av3k doesn't steal that red armor away, and there's a failed rocket jump for Cooller.
It was enough to scare Av3k off, though.
Yeah. The rail shot comes in. Cooller setting up the trap. Av3k wasn't there, though. Yellow and the lower is up right now. And Cooller still has 3 frags to make up. It's 2 direct rockets straight into the body of Av3k. And that will bring us back to just a 2 frag scoreline. 2.5 minutes to go. More than enough time for Cooller to pull this one off.
Very crucial frag there as well, because Red and Mega were at the same time. So Av3k could have potentially gotten in on one, but the frag set him totally off that.
It's lower yellow available. Still 10 seconds for red, so Cooller can take this and then get back over for the big prize. Oh, and he's dropped down there. Av3k's going to go through. Red is available. Ah, and Cooller went for the rail shot, which unfortunately for him, he missed. And it leaves us with 150 on the clock. Still 2 frags in it. Cooller will land that rail as Av3k's trying to get away, and he's only got 71 HP. Those 225s boosting him up. But this is really living in a dangerous kind of state for Av3k. Defensive rockets in. And switch back over to Cooller, who is waiting out on this red armor. And the good thing now for Av3k is that both red and mega are on exactly the same timer.
I don't think he has a time on any of them, though. That is the problem. And with such a big stack and Cooller's grip on the map, if he gets those 2 frags, he would be in a better position than Av3k. But it's only 1 minute to go now, and Av3k is already camping the teleporters, and all he can do really now is run. There's no way he can actually hold back Cooller.
Yep, and that teleporter again will be escaped. 1 minute warning is already gone. Cooller going to speed up his game. He's got a full health armor stack. And now it's all about chasing Av3k and finding Av3k. The problem is He's really not having much look at it at the moment. Av3k is actually camping down by lower. In comes Cooller. He's going to follow through. There's the 5th frag. It's 6-5 to Cooller. 30 seconds remaining here in map number 1 on ZTN. Can Cooller find the 1 frag that he needs? Av3k in front of him. Missed rail. That's going to cost Cooller, but he'll try and cut him off here at upper yellow. Of course, Av3k not stupid enough to drop in for that one. He stole mega health away as well. We've got 15 seconds remaining on the clock. Cooller's game now speeding up as he rocket jumps up in for that upper yellow.
Is he
8
guess
seconds
right?
to go.
He's
Here
guessing
we go.
right
He's
as well.
going to drop. Av3k is down there. He gets the first rocket. There's the second. Gets the kill. 6-6 with 3 seconds on the clock. We go into overtime here in map number 1. Brilliant stuff from Cooller. Av3k will probably feel a little bit hard done by there. He ran the clock down perfectly, but, well, I say perfectly, of course, it didn't work out for him in the end, so it wasn't that perfect.
Yeah, that position, he chose it 3 times for running away from Cooller. And the 3rd time, if he chose any other position, like at the rocket launcher, or even at the upper yellow in the hallway, he would have actually won this map already. And now he's got no grip on the map.
Now he's screwed.
No timings on the items. And all he can do is pretty much continue just running away and hoping something goes in his favor.
Cooller faking the rocket jump. Av3k not going to buy it. Red armor collected. Mega health collected. And Cooller, of course, definitely in the driving seat. All he has to do is find Av3k and not lose his grip on the items, because right now Av3k doesn't even have, you know, enough. Oh, he's got 80 armor, but still, it's not exactly ideal for him. And there he sees Cooller making the move once again. Rocket jump up. Av3k could be in trouble. Cooller goes away. Red armor's available. And Cooller will rocket jump up. And Av3k just trying to put out some cheeky rail damage as well here and there.
Yeah, and he's slowly getting the timings back on the items. He should know when Mega is as well.
Oh, here is Mega in just a couple of seconds. In comes Cooller. Av3k will miss the rail. Cooller will miss the rail. We've got 30 seconds remaining in this first overtime.
Only 50 armor separating these two, and the next red, Av3k has a time on it. He will probably try to get some damage on.
Oh, and he was underneath there with the rail looking for that one.
That could have been a really crucial rail.
And of course, we saw in the game earlier 5 overtimes between Cooller and Strakes on DM13. Looks like we're going to be moving into the second overtime in this first map. There we go. An extra 2 minutes added. Grenade connects. Mega health, of course, is available. Av3k is actually right underneath Cooller. Oh, what a grenade. And of course, he's got an infinite supply of grenades up there, Av3k. Just so you know.
As long as Av3k gets out of that situation, it's the best he could hope for, because he's going to get free items. Everything on the map is up.
And there is the first one. And he's going to come down here. Oh, does get railed from underneath. Good damage put down. And now he can actually get over to this red, but can he get in and out without being railed? Yes, he can. Great play by Av3k. And he's up to now 100-100. Cooller 170-130. As he takes more shards.
The question is, can Cooller catch him out on the exit now? He knows where he is. He knows for sure that Av3k is at that plasma gun.
Cooller with both players, of course, with 1 minute to win it. And Cooller's going to try and set the trap here on red. But not buying it. Mega health is there as well. Nades spammed in by Av3k. Is Av3k going to make the jump? No. Av3k is gone, but he gets a rail off before he goes. That's something at least for Av3k.
Luckily for Cooller, the rail was before the mega pickup,
Yeah.
so it didn't affect him that much. And Av3k is camping out of that rat, and Cooler's going for it as well. Av3k actually leaving it. Cooller should have had that pickup behind him, yeah.
Got 10 seconds to go in overtime number 2. Both players playing super cautious.
Just as you say that.
It's like, what the hell? Where did that grenade come from? Av3k runs away. Overtime number 3.
The first fight they take, they're so equal. I mean, sure, Cooller has the mega, but it's still the opening rocket can decide everything.
And that was a good one as well. Will Cooller follow this one up? No, he won't. He's happy to take red.
I've seen that already on DM13. Like, Cooller doesn't really take the risk in overtime. He tries to get a decent frag and like to actually deserve it and not just go in relentless for an attack.
180, 120 on Cooller. Av3k is 100, 130. So, one rail shot behind, let's say. More now because that red armor was collected. We're about to go into the last minute of overtime number 3. I probably should keep like a tally chart of these overtimes. That's how many we're having. Grenade spam down. There is Cooller, and he's going to try the shot here. And well, both players successfully missing everything. And Av3k is going to get over onto red.
Jumps over right as Cooller switches as well. Wow, that is an aggressive move from Cooller.
There's a rocket jump up there. I wasn't quite sure, I think, whether it was a fake, but he put the rocket down and it really hit Cooller perfectly. 9 seconds for red armor. Av3k decides, I'm out of here. He really could do with a mega health to put him in a safe position. It's 3 seconds. Will Cooller drop? Yes, he will. Grenade spam down. And Av3k deciding it's probably not worth it.
None of these players are actually going for any fight. They just...
There's overtime number 4.
It's gonna come down to one of them catching the other guy out.
Yeah.
There's no way, like, even with the opening, we've seen so many good opening rockets, they just don't dare to follow it up.
Impressive.
Nice rail from Av3k. Cooller will fake rocket jump, which of course is going to hurt him a little bit. He's 100, 100. Av3k 100, 115.
I've got a bit less.
This is such a tense game.
First mega for Av3k as well. Now Av3k is actually having control.
We'll see if Av3k plays this one a bit more aggressive now that he knows that he's got a good control on. I can hear people shouting for Cooller even inside of the arena, which is actually one wall away, through a wall. Here we go, Av3k pushing in to that lower area, does get the rail out onto Cooller, who stays for a little while. Av3k going to come in, but will he drop down? Rocket jumps over onto that shotgun platform. Dangerous here, he's dropped on top of Cooller with the LG. Mega's available, and Cooller's missed the rocket. This is going to be deadly as Av3k pushes in, and Av3k will get the kill with 7 minutes and 20 gone of overtime. Almost a full map, you could say. Again, and, well, just an absolutely brilliant game here as Cooller will actually go for it as well. Av3k down to 62 HP, make that 25. And Cooller could snatch this one away from him. Of course, we do have another 20 seconds to go. Here comes Cooller. Av3k will go down. We're tied up again with 20 seconds to go in this 4th overtime. And it's just the first map, ladies and gents. Good rockets from Cooller. And there is the lead for the Russian with 7 seconds still to go. Surely he's done enough. He only has to camp down at this lower teleporter. 2 seconds to go. And Cooller will win map 1. 8 points to 7. What an absolute beast of a map. 4-0.